Darnell, it seemed like the team was really happy with the effort and maybe the defensive awareness and just the way things went defensively. Last game is, you think that's kind of not an easy thing to carry over, but something that you can carry over to tonight?
Yeah, something I think, obviously when we play against LA, it's a really good team, and for us to be able to play better structurally and more committed on the defensive end, I think that was a big reason why we won that game. So I think that's definitely a performance and effort that we can duplicate and do again today.
Is that I don't know if it's a harder game to play, or is it more different than a lot of times you guys can kind of freewheel and outscore?
Yeah.
Or is it different playing those kinds of games?
I mean, that's what this time of the year is all about. There's not many of those freewheeling, open up type of games. I think every team is preparing to play the same way as the calendar gets later and later into the year. And for us, it's those type of games like we played a couple nights ago. That's what it's going to take to win here down the stretch.
For pretty much the entire regular season here, the D pairings have stayed mostly the same. Maybe just a thought on kind of with that level of consistency, how comfortable you get with each other's game and what the benefits can be of not a lot of changes?
Yeah, I think it's nice. Obviously, there's not even just with partner to partner, but the whole group of six. There's a lot of ownership in our group and a lot of ton of cohesion. And I think every guy in there really cares about the guy beside him, and I think that's been a huge part of why our D-core has continued to grow and be better and better as the years gone on. Is because there's that level of commitment to each other, and all the amount of work and sacrifice that we put in side by side. I think it's brought the group really close.
One of the things Chris did when he got here was he had you guys all sit together in the locker room. Not like this is, no one's ever done that before, but what would you say about that, and kind of, do you like it that way? What are your sort of comments on it now, a few months later?
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think, when you're in the heat of the battle in the middle of a game, obviously you have some conversations on the bench, but with everything going on in the stands and on the ice, sometimes, when you get to the room and you're able to decompress and think about it a little bit more, and you're able to just, look at the guy beside you and have a conversation, it makes life a little easier, as opposed to, sometimes you'd have to scream across the room and in order just to get a conversation. So it's nice to, be all together, and it's a small thing, but I think it's something we've definitely made the most of.
Darnell, when you compare this past month to before the All-Star break, when you guys were playing your best hockey, obviously the goals against has creeped up again. Can you talk about how challenging it is to keep that mental discipline, to be committed on the defensive side of the puck day in and day out?
Yeah, I mean that's what makes teams good in this league, is if you're able to bring it day after day. And I think you look back to the stretch where we win lots of games, and you could probably look at a few games and say those could have got away from us, and then there were some big moments that we were able to win. And there's been some stretches here where, since we've gotten back from the break, where there's been big moments where we weren't able to make maybe the defensive play or offensive play to bring the game back into reach. So for us, I think just staying committed and the belief that we have in the group and the guys next to us, I think that's been huge to get us even to this point in the season where we've rode the highs and lows of the season to both extremes, it feels like. So for us to look at the whole picture and not just a week or a game at a time, and see that our group has done a lot of good things, and defensively, if you paint the same picture and create the same process of wanting to check the right way, more nights than not you're going to get the right result, and I think that's just our focus here.
Speaking of processes, how about the process of trying to adjust your game with so many games in a short period of time, and just kind of troubleshooting that amidst all the game action right now?
I mean, it's been nice, actually, if I'm being honest. The beginning of the year, and I mean, we've had 5-day breaks and 3-day breaks, 4-day breaks all sprinkled in. So it's just been nice just to go out and play and and get into that rhythm. I mean, that's when you get into the middle of the season, sometimes people call it the dog days, and it can be. It feels like every day just piles on top of the other, but I feel like we've managed it and handled it, and now we're getting to the point here where there's a lot of games being played over a short period of time, but there's not a lot of games left in the season, and it shows the importance of each and every night and each and every point that we have with this group, and I think this is the time of year where, as a group, we really look forward to playing.
Are you guys used to Coach Coffey and the other way around, and expectations
Oh yeah. I would say so. I think as a group, you know what to expect. He's a straight shooter, but coach has so much belief in us as a group and what we're capable of doing out there on the ice. And I can't speak for him and what he thinks of us, but I'd hope it's the same.